Hello again, class. This is your host, Teddy Worldsvelt, and today on Weekly Rough Rider Americana, we are going to cover Crater Lake National Park, an amazing place to visit. Trust me, as someone who loves to explore, I will guarantee you that Crater Lake is an amazing place to visit, and you will always remember it. Crater Lake is the deepest lake in the United States, with a depth of 1,943 feet, or 592.2 meters. Crater Lake is the deepest lake in the United States, and one of the most beautiful. Surrounded by cliffs, the lake is fed entirely by rain and snow. Scientists consider Crater Lake to be the cleanest and clearest large body of water in the world. The mountain in which Crater Lake sits in is called Mount Mazama. Now, 7,700 years ago, a single vent from the northeast side of the volcano began as a towering column of smoke, ash, and other materials. It eventually reached 30 miles or 50 kilometers high. Winds carried the ash across much of the Pacific Northwest and parts of southern Canada. Now, the story of the Native Americans in this region go back before the eruption of Mount Mazama. Accounts of the eruption can be found in stories told by the Klamath Indians. These Indians are descendants of the Macalec people. Even the Umpqua people have a similar story of the eruption. Native Americans believed that the eruption of Mount Macalec happened when the Earth Spirit fell in love with the Sky Spirit's daughter. When the Sky Spirit's daughter did not love him back, the Earth Spirit became angry and opened up the mountain tops and began to spread destruction. It would eventually require the sacrifice of 2 holy men to stop the fire and destruction. Eventually, what became known as Oregon became part of the United States, and American explorers would eventually find Crater Lake. History says that the Klamath Indians knew of but seldom visited Crater Lake before its discovery by white men. The Indians regarded the lake and the mountain as the battleground of the gods. Crater Lake was discovered on June 12, 1853 by John Wesley Hillman, a young American prospector. Prospectors were men who went out into unknown areas and looked for gold. Before 1885, Crater Lake had few visitors, and it was not widely known. On August 15th of that year, William Gladstone Steele, after 15 years of effort to get to the lake, stood for the first time on its rim. Crater Lake became a part of Oregon when the state was established on February 14, 1859. Crater Lake became a national park on May 22, 1902. Crater Lake is in fact one of the oldest parks in the United States, created in 1902 by President Theodore Roosevelt. Theodore Roosevelt. That name seems awfully familiar, doesn't it? Crater Lake Park welcomed 664,000 visitors in 2015, a 13.5% increase from 585,000 visitors in 2014. This is the highest park visitation in 25 years since the park first implemented modern tracking methods. In this picture, you can see visitors looking at what is called Wizard's Island because the island in the lake looks like a wizard's hat. So the next time you are in Oregon, be sure to visit this amazing place. Its beauty will astonish you. Thanks again and see you next time. I have been your host, Teddy Worldsvelt.